everybody, Marguerite here. So I have this little project that I have been thinking of doing, and I wanted to share some of the process of how I'm putting it together. So these little cards, they are 3 inches by 3 inches, and I believe the correct term for them is Inkbox cards. I think that's what I've been seeing on Instagram, how they're called. So that's just what I'm going to call them for here. But they're 3x3s, little artist cards, and I'm going to call them Inkbox cards. And I had one wanting to take Inkbox cards and make a little booklet out of them. So put back in front and then have a book that is just assembled that I can just kind of flip through them like this. And then two more. Most of these cards I got when we did an art exchange about a year ago from when the pandemic started, and we did something about how we have changed or what we have noticed about ourselves. We put some little notes in the back about what we discovered. But I wanted to make some new Inkbox cards and create a booklet out of them. Yeah. These are just some of the old ones. Let's see, you can see what they look like. They're a lot of fun to make. That's the idea. So how I do it is I take a 12 by 12 sized paper and I draw, or I trace out the grid lines of where I'm going to be placing papers to create a masterboard. And then once I create the masterboard, then I cut it down into individual cards. So here is my example of a masterboard, one that I have not cut down just yet. I wanted to show it to you in the whole state so that we can talk a little bit about masterboards. Masterboards are great because you can use them for a number of things. You can cut them down into postcard size, right? You can do 1 or 2, 4, 6 postcards out of this. It's 4 inches by 6 inches. Or you can do ATCs. You can cut out a bunch of ATCs. And here I'm gonna do the same grids as I showed you with the pencil, and just cut it with a rotary cutter and until I have 16 squares. So for creating masterboards, it's just a matter of pushing around your papers and finding how you want to place things. You don't, well, for me, what I did was I placed everything and then I started gluing, but you can also just start gluing in one corner and then work your way to another corner. That would work as well. I used larger pieces and then smaller pieces. And you don't want to put down too many pieces of the smaller ones until you know where the cuts are going to be. So I'm actually probably going to do one more go through once these are all cut down and see if there's any more embellishing that I want to do just to balance out each individual card. So let me cut it down and have a look one more time what else I want to add. So here are my cards cut up. I did go through, have a look, and see if there was anything else that I wanted to add. I added a few small things, like for example, in this one, I added the red rubber stamping and a little a postage stamp there. And I didn't add it to the others because I had already cut it down, and so I just went ahead and I stamped it individually. Another one that I added something to, was this one, with also, again, with the red stamp. I just felt like it needed a little bit of color, is all. All right, so now that I have them, I want to assemble 2 small books using these for one set and these for another set. So what I planned to do was put double-sided tape on the back of only on one of a pair. And what I also wanted to keep in mind was that some of them I wanted to keep as a set, so that when you open a book, it looks like this, right? So I only, of the two pieces, I only put tape on the back of one. What I use is score tape, S-K-O-R. I could use glue, but I really like double-sided tape for projects like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that with Tyvek. This is a material that's very hard to rip. It's very durable. I didn't want to use ordinary washi tape because washi tape can tear over time. I wanted something a little more sturdy. I used a little bit of ink on there because it was white, stark white. Now I see it on my fingers, so I'll have to be careful not to get it onto my work. But it's just ordinary Tyvek, and what I will do is I will glue, or I will put it down so that it's being held together with the Tyvek. With the score tape, it's really awesome because hold on one second, let me make sure I've got the right, left, right, it doesn't matter, really. What's great about score tape is that you can put it down and it tears super easily, I should say. So you don't even need to use scissors. And this stuff holds really well, and it's non-acidic, so it will not, the acid won't leak through to your papers, which has happened to me before in the past with other tapes. So that's, I stick pretty much just with score tape. All right, so now if I'm going to put these two together, take off a piece of my tape. Double, triple check, make sure, yes, okay, looks good. Sandwich these two together. And then have them meet. There. So I will do the same thing with all the others. Looking at it now, I can see that there's still a little bit of white showing here. So I can go in and ink it a little bit more on this side, which is what I think I will do. So here's where I am. I have put the Tyvek in, and I used a pen felt tip just to kind of color it in to make sure that it's not too stark white. And I have my orientation set up so that I have pulled off tape, and I'm going to set these carefully one on top of the other. Okay, just like that. Now the last thing I want to do is put on my covers, a front and a back. And in addition to putting on the covers, I want to cover up this spine. So I cut a piece of ribbon that I want to put along here. And that's just simply going to go on again with the score tape. Okay, so what I will do is peel that off. All right, there it is. I have a little bit of a fray going on up the top of this ribbon. I probably should have sealed it a little bit better, but honestly, it's okay. I don't mind. It's all part of the handmade feel, so it's fine. The book is super sturdy and it's very flat, and it's very nice. The last thing I want to do is to sign it and to date it. So what I will do is I will take a rubber stamp that has Marguerite on it, and I will find a spot, a blank spot where I can rubber stamp it. Maybe even here in the front, there might be a good spot here. So that and a date. The other thing that I might do is I might add a center piece of something, just like I have the bird here. I might add a figure or a flower bouquet or something as a center focal point, or I might not. I don't know. I have to think about it for a few days. But other than that, it's a nice little book. So now I'm going to work on these. Here's the second one. I've got Lady Baker right on the cover. And my pages inside, they turn really easily. Here's the back cover. I don't see a clear spot where I can put my name. Oh, actually, I'll just put it right down here in the bottom. Right down there, I'll sign it. So that's that one, and then this one. Very nice. I like them both. Well, I hope that encourages you to create some of your own. They're super cute and really great presents too. Thanks for watching.